Hi, I'm Larry Benders, President and CEO of Cleveland Psych Center, and I'm coming to you today from our newly redesigned store and clinic. I'm right by the front door in the reception desk, the first place you'll see when you walk into our new facility. On the left is retail, on the right is the clinic, and this is the first place you'll start. So let's walk to the clinic and I'll show you around. So you'll notice that lovely maple appointments here in the building, exam room. This space, if you've been here before, has all been redesigned and opened up, so we have much wider lanes for our clients to be able to pass through and get the services they need. And the first room here is a doctor's lane. We used to have 2 doctor's lanes, now we have 3. And this is where our doctors will examine someone and understand, or try to understand, what it is that the client wants to do, the patient wants to do. Let's go inside. The equipment's all new. The lighting's new. In fact, lighting is important. The overhead lighting in this room can change because each patient presents differently. Some want really bright light, some want no light. So this room is completely variable. So what happens here is you go in the exam chair. It's probably familiar to many of you. There's an exam chair here, a manual refractor, which is the tool that every eye doctor uses. But for us, eyeglasses aren't enough. And when eyeglasses aren't enough, that's where we come in. So the doctor will understand what you're trying to do, what you're trying to see, what you can see, what is correctable, and then take it from there. That's why a low vision exam can take 2 hours to understand what works for each patient, and it's different. So in this exam room, the doctor spends a lot of time with the patient, understanding what they can see, what they cannot see, and what they want to do. Once the doctor's finished with that work, they come up with a diagnosis and a plan. So let's go. So basically, we then go, after you're done with the doctor, let's talk about the rest of the facility. There's a second pre-test area. There's another lane. We can see children now here. And there's a third doctor lane. So we've actually doubled the space that we used to have. And then with the diagnosis from the doctor, you come and see an occupational therapist. Let's go in there loud. In here, with some privacy, a trained occupational therapist can sit with a patient and say, okay, the doctor wanted you to do this and this and this, these things were happening. Let me show you what a yellow filter looks like. Let me show you what a CCTV looks like. Let me show you what you can do with a magnifier and changing lighting. So you can take all the time you need with the occupational therapist here and get that work done. And then finally, the last piece I want to show you here is, strangely enough, is a door. There's a door at the back of the clinic because not every visit for every patient is a wonderful visit, because sometimes it's hard news that people get. So what we do is we put a door here so that patients can walk out the back in privacy and respecting their own confidentiality if that's what they want to do. So that's the clinic. Let's go back to the store. So we have to go walk back to the store. It's a long 50-foot, 80-foot walk back to the facility, and you notice it's very wide. You can get a wheelchair through. You can basically have an assistant in the back of the reception area, and you see we come right into the store, right into the newly designed store. It's wonderfully appointed, wonderful big desk here where the trained staff can help people understand what we have, what works for them, what doesn't work. We'll go back here. Wonderful merchandising opportunities that we have here for all the wonderful equipment and apps that we have here. Lighting, kitchen aids, the rest, everything you could ever need is here in the store. So because of the great work of our board, our volunteers, our staff, and our donors, we're able to make this a contemporary, up-to-date, and welcoming and beautiful facility. I encourage you to come and see it, spend some time with us, and I'm sure your time will be well spent. Thank you so much.